Welcome back to the Dune Hippie channel. Getting started working in the shop today, and kind of figured I'd give a little rundown on kind of some different stuff I'm working on and got going. And starters, working on the welding bench. I got some new setup stuff, so I figured before I even started anything, we'll go over maybe a little bit of my TIG torch setup. So I've got actually a new little setup on there now. I normally, up to this point, have always been using eighth inch tungsten with a 12 cup. This is not like a whatever Emphuric, that popular brand. This is an Amazon knockoff, but it works quite well. You can see there's a bit of glove on there that's well melted on it. This is what I've welded everything with. I do need to get a new screen in there. That thing's pretty dabbed up. But this is what I've done everything, like all that stuff. But for doing some smaller stuff, like a set of swingers, getting in some tight spots up in here, that 12 cup is a little big. So this, I do believe this is actually an Emphuric cup. I still got it off Amazon, but it is a size 10 cup. And then I've also gotten some 3/32 tungsten now to go a little smaller. And yeah, that's what I've been using on this stuff now. So what I'm working on now is, actually I've got 2 orders for a set of swingers. So working on building those out. I've got 2 swingers there started. This one's got first passes everywhere around on everything. And needs a little bit more, there's going to be a double pass up on that stuff. This stuff is all done here. So one of them's done. This one's in, getting worked on right now. Got some side plates down there and gussets. Those I got to get sanded and prepped yet. For spacing, I use the hind misalignments, and then I'll take some, I got a bunch of shock shims. So I take 20,000 shock shims and put them on the sides, and then I throw bolts in there and, hold the tabs all in there like that. And then that's how I get my spacing. When I weld, I'll weld everything up like that. This one's got them in right now, aluminum slugs for these to keep these round and not oval them. And that's kind of what I do for my welding setup on these. So now those are 2 driver ones, because I actually have an order for 2 of my inside frame, pretty much TTB. If you're running a 4-wheel drive TTB beam setup, these are a set of swingers. This is actually the swingers that started this shop. I built a set of these for my neighbor who owns a golf course here. It's got a Jeep XJ build, LS swap, TTB, and I built a set of these for that. And then here we are all these years later. And now I've actually done a couple sets of these over the years. I did a Bronco 2 as well. And now I've got 2 people within like 3 days hit me up about buying a set of these. And so now I'm working on building them a set and getting them shipped out to these people and so on and so forth. And then, yeah, so that's kind of what we're going on here. I like to weld up all my tabs, all my overlays, flat first. And then you'll see, that's why you'll see this is all finished, finished past. And then the welding happening right now is up on there. And then there's these gussets that go on. So I'll set up and get some welding there. And then once I get those done, we'll be back on the I-beam projects for these 2 rigs. Now, another thing with my torch setup I was going to go over, I run a ProTig 165. It's the Vulcan from Harbor Freight, and it doesn't have a TIG torch cooler. So this thing gets insanely hot because I run it right up at 165 amps all the time, pretty much floored. And except on this littler stuff, I don't need quite that much. I'm a little lower. But this torch gets insanely hot really fast when I'm doing like knuckles and stuff like that. And then even the knuckles, they need time to cool. Metal needs time to cool to not be warping a ton when you're doing this. So like this, you'll see I welded some stuff, and now I got to go in there, clean them up. I only welded one side, and then I'm going to go in there and now clean it up and weld the back side. I did that a different day. So it kind of works out for me. If I prioritize stuff right, I'll do some welding over here. So right now I'm actually going to go through and weld these 4 overlay tabs on, a first pass on the outside. That'll get them hot. This thing will probably be pretty hot by the end of that. And then I'm going to get started on the Ranger. I had to go this weekend back to the old Harbor Freight and get some more jack stands. With getting my truck, I tore my truck apart, so I had 4 of those, and now my truck is being held up in the air on the chassis by 4 of those. So I had to go get another set because I'm going to start taking the rear end apart on this, as far as, not the rear axle, the rear suspension. In another video I talked about, I'm going to have to do some overlays back here on some, let's see, I probably can't even see them, on the upper link pivots up on the frame. So gonna throw the jack stands in the back here and then take the upper links out, and we got to start looking for any oval holes and then making some. I probably don't have any cut out. Oh, I do, I got one, like a weld washer, something like this. We'll be putting on the frame there and making that oval round again, tightening everything up. So kind of works out. I'm gonna do some welding, and once that's too hot to hang on to anymore, I'm going to jump over here and kind of work on this thing a little bit. And those are the projects we're getting started with in here this week. So let's throw the old GoPro on and get started. Well, I was getting ready to grab some more rod, and I was just remembering might as well show this. I'm kind of, I don't know, feeling like showing some of my welding stuff and what I do. So I keep a bottle of acetone handy, and then I like these blue shop towels. And then I've got my rod here, you know, nice zip tied. This is my rod holder. And this rod comes out, it's really dirty, and I'm gonna show you how dirty it is right here. So what I usually do, I'll fold up me a little blue shop towel like so. I've never done this one-handed, so, oh, I'm not even pointing it at the thing. And then what I'll do, oh, maybe I can, let's set the camera up over here. Something like that. So I'll take a couple rods once I get them out of there. I got that. And then run it. There you go. That's one pass. Not even like spinning or anything. So, if you are trying to TIG weld, see, there's another pass. Every rod that I pull out of here, I do this with. I lie. I really should do it every rod, and I try to, and usually when I don't, that's when you get a little bit of junk in your weld or something like that. So there are processes that over time, and I've watched a lot of other people's YouTube channels or Instagrams. I don't know where I got this from, but I'm sure I watched it in a video somewhere along the lines. And then I went, oh, I'll try that. And then I did something like that, and I was like, wow, yeah, that's pretty dirty. I should do that a lot. And now I do that. So why not put it in my video? And for the people that watch me and follow me, so now we got 3 rods. Let's see, I'll throw those up there like that. And now we got 3 more rods ready, prepped to get back to welding. So anyways, a little bit of tidbit. Wipe down your rods, guys.